Well, a break from showers is on the way to Central Oregon, but it doesn't last long. Good evening, I'm Mike Allen, filling in for Lee Anderson. Emily Kirk's going to join us now. Emily, you say we see the winds and rain return by the end of the week.
Yeah, Mike, that's right. So we get a break overnight going into tomorrow, but then, yeah, by the time we get to Thursday, everything back across Central Oregon. 47 degrees right now at Roberts Field, so we're not seeing our temperatures fall too quickly because it's mostly cloudy overhead. And we are getting a break from the showers, so mainly dry across Central Oregon. We're seeing a little bit of a drizzle right now. We'll call it spitting. That's what it is out there, but we'll be looking at that to wrap up by tomorrow morning. Winds for us pretty calm tonight, too, although tomorrow afternoon, winds picking up about 20-25 miles per hour, so we will see our winds pick up tomorrow. But the showers mainly left for the mountains, where you can see some low visibility and ground fog up through Century Drive at Mount Bachelor, Santiam Pass as well. Willamette Pass is just dry right now, whereas Government Camp has been seeing those showers pretty frequently up in the Cascades. You see many of the showers west of the Cascades and east, where we're just looking at mostly cloudy skies. But again, those drizzly conditions going to stay with us tonight going into tomorrow, but then we get a break. Outside in the 40s across Central Oregon, low 40s from La Pine into the low 40s in Warm Springs. So we're somewhere in the middle in the Bend and Redmond areas. So tomorrow morning starts with temperatures about 10 degrees above average. But I'll let you know what else we have on tap for tomorrow coming up in a few minutes. Mike, back to you.
Thank you, Emily. And a Madras man is facing charges tonight after police say he stabbed another man with a pair of scissors. It happened at a home in the 500 block of Southeast 10th Street in Madras shortly after noon. Police say a 50-year-old man was stabbed in the neck, and he told officers he'd been visiting acquaintances when he was assaulted by 21-year-old Benjamin Bunnell. Bunnell's charged with assault in the first and second degree. After Bend man Luke Workala's murder conviction, his conviction was overturned by an appeals court. He's set to face a new trial next year. He's being retried for shooting and killing a guest in his home after a 2013 Super Bowl party. The appeals court threw out his conviction, saying he was interrogated after asking for a lawyer. Workala claims self-defense, but prosecutors believe he did it to cover up a sexual encounter. Today, a judge postponed his new trial until February 25th, 2020. Police say they chased a woman driving drunk on Highway 97 between Bend and Redmond this morning. Officers say 65-year-old Larklyn Blunk from Escondido, California, was swerving across the highway around 5:30 a.m. They followed her heading north, starting near Cooley Road. Partway to Redmond, sheriff's deputies used a spike strip on her car and stopped her near Quarry Avenue. Blunk's charges include driving under the influence of intoxicants and reckless driving. Well, the Prineville Police Department is launching a new initiative where you can register your security cameras at your home or business with police to help them solve crimes. This does not give them access to your cameras. Instead, officers say if there's a crime that takes place nearby your camera, they may ask to see your footage.
Hopefully somebody will see our sticker on a window and think these guys participate, and they've got a surveillance system that they're going to get caught. Bad guys don't want to get caught, so hopefully that it will deter that crime.
The program is voluntary. Officers say it'll help them track criminal activities house to house and street to street throughout the town. You can register your surveillance system online through the city's website. And we want to know if you'd be open to letting police know whether you have a security camera set up at your home. You can weigh in on tonight's web poll at ktvc.com. It's right on the home page. Well, blue and white pinwheels are popping up all over Prineville. It's part of Child Abuse Prevention Month and a much larger movement called Pinwheels for Prevention. The group says they represent childhood innocence and happiness, and the goal is to raise awareness and encourage people to volunteer for organizations that help children. A group in La Pine is hoping to honor veterans by bringing a traveling memorial to the city. Jacob Larson spoke to one of the men who's working to make it happen. He joins us now. Jacob?
Mike, the memorial is a wall listing the names of those who fought and died in the Vietnam War that travels around the country. The La Pine Band of Brothers wants to bring it to La Pine, but need to raise money to do so. I spoke to the group's president, Bob Siedenberg, who's a Vietnam veteran himself. He says the group is in the process of applying to bring the memorial to La Pine. They want to raise $20,000 to do it and have already raised half that amount from the community. Siedenberg told me he's grateful for the support and wants to be able to honor those that fought in the Vietnam War.
We didn't get the recognition that the current veterans are getting when they come home. When I came home, My brother made me change my clothes and put on civilian clothes before he would take me home because he didn't want me in his uniform. And that's the way the Vietnam vets were treated. And it's about time that we got the recognition for what we've done and, for the lives that are lost.
Siedenberg went on to say it'd be a great attraction for the community. The Band of Brothers estimates around 10,000 people would come to see this wall, boosting the local economy. Siedenberg says the application opens on Memorial Day and selections are made in November. If Lapine's awarded the memorial, Siedenberg says they will need volunteers to help make it happen. And if you would like more information on how you can help, you can head to the web version of this story on ktvz.com. Jacob Larson, News Channel 21.
Thank you, Jacob. And the Bethlehem Inn has been providing emergency shelter for individuals and families for 20 years, but tonight they're in desperate need of toilet paper. It's currently housing more than 125 people, and since they go through 40 to 50 rolls a day, there's just over a week's supply left now. The Bethlehem Inn is entirely supported by donations from various sources. Gwen Weisling said in the new storage space, they're able to manage the supplies better.
We have a little bit more storage, which is wonderful. We're not having to put them in outside little Rubbermaid totes and things like that. So the fact that we have that space and we recognize that those shelves are empty.
Bethlehem Inn also relies on donations for things like coffee, sugar, and creamer. Weisling says those needs will increase once the new building opens in May. President Trump's threat to shut down the southern border would leave the U.S. without avocados. Yes, avocados. Current supply would last about 3 weeks if the border were to close. And one avocado farmer says prices could go up by as much as $4.
There's going to be less fruit in the market, so then the price will go up. And the price will be $3 or4 an avocado. People aren't going to pay that. I won't pay that.
The U.S. also relies on Mexico for other fruits like limes and cucumbers. In fact, 40% of imported fruit in this country is grown in Mexico. Now today, the president said a full closure is not likely after his biggest allies in Congress warned against it. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell went as far to say those hits would be potentially catastrophic. The president says national security should outweigh economic risk, though. Well, steady growth in the craft brew industry could be slowing down. That and big news from one of Central Oregon's biggest names in the industry. And at 10:30, the Ducks are in the Final Four. The very latest as this women's team looks to make history in Tampa. But first, a suspect is in custody after rapper Nipsey Hussle was shot and killed this weekend. Your updates after the break.